Looks pretty damn good, doesn't it? Shit, I love cookies. And this transitions perfectly into our first point when it comes to eating whatever you want and still losing body fat. And that's balance when it comes to nutrition. Specifically, balance in the form of the 80-20 rule. So if you stick by this rule, generally, I promise you, you can have some autonomy when it comes to eating, but also you'll get results. So the first part of this rule is making sure that we're consuming 80% healthy and quality nutrients, okay? So these are things that are nutrient dense. These are things that have minimal ingredients, things like vegetables, you know, there's only one ingredient in broccoli and it's literally broccoli. Meat, generally, unless it's breaded or fried, you know, the minute we start adding components, that's how we start adding layers of complexity, but also adding calories. So we want to try to minimize these things. So minimize sauces, as I've said many times in my old videos, 80% of the foods you eat should be healthy, quality foods, okay? And then you can eat beautiful stuff like this. I think this is like caramel, maybe? Woo! This is definitely peanut butter chocolate.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Shit, that's good. So I'm not one of these people that just eats a cookie for the sake of eating a cookie for a video. I'm gonna actually finish this thing. But before we do that, we got a boot camp to run. That's how we're gonna be burning off these calories. That's how we make sure that the 80% of healthy nutrients and the 20% of fun stuff still manages to balance out. So we're gonna check out our boot camp. I'm gonna make sure people burn off their 20% of the calories, and then we can continue on talking about this beautiful concept of making sure you can eat basically whatever you want within reason. Let's do it. Good, keep pushing. Everyone's in plank, you reach through, wave hello to your Zoom neighbor. Keep pushing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, switch sides. What's going on, team? That boot camp was wild, absolutely crazy. And one of the reasons why is because each and every time people show up, they seem to just give their all. I mean, I'm partially responsible for that, but also it just speaks volumes to the level of discipline that they have when it comes to, number one, showing up, and number two, coming in and trying to push it 1% harder each and every time that they show up. We're going to talk about point number 2 before we get into the Leafs, because let me tell you, I'm equally as excited about that. It's like a do or die game. We haven't advanced in like 15 years and we definitely could use some good vibes. So, you know, hopefully by the end of this video, things have happened that are positive rather than negative. So point number 2, when it comes to eating whatever you want and still making, you know, the occasional quality food choice, and by quality I mean cookies, is building majority of the meals you have around protein. Okay, so you want to make sure that the protein source is a focal point in each and every meal, and the reason being is protein helps satiate you. Protein helps build muscles, so tearing and repairing muscle fibers. This actually helps build muscle, which means it's going to increase your metabolism. It's also just going to make you feel stronger. It's also going to give you more energy, not necessarily directly, but in feeling stronger, you're going to want to do more activities, which is going to result in you burning more calories. Not only that, but I mean, it tastes pretty damn good. So some examples of protein sources, you know, we can do a protein shake. For those of you who, you know, don't really like meat too much, you got fish, specifically white fish, typically leaner. You know, salmon works too, but it is relatively high in fat. Any white meat, so we're talking chicken breast or turkey breast, you know, adding skin will definitely increase the number of calories or fat, but it makes it taste better. So again, it's a trade-off. So you got to figure out that balance. Remember I told you 80%, 80-20. Make sure that you're tracking this stuff. And honestly, it's possible. It is 100% possible. Just look for balance in everything you do. Now, enough yapping on my part. I got a jersey sitting here just ready to be worn. Austin Matthews, baby. Best player in the league. Fight me on it. All right, team. We're going to check out the Leafs. Hopefully we win. Then we're going to finish off with point number 3, all right?
Centering pass to Mars, right in front, quick shot,
score! Go Leafs, go!
Zach Hyman, centering pass, comes out front, Nick Foligno makes a move on Riley, who's dead tired, and he'll skate this into the open net for a 3-0 comeback.
Say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
All right, team. So, unfortunately, the game just didn't go the way that I hoped and that I'd planned. You know, sometimes that's just what happens. So we're gonna talk about point number 3 and hopefully lift my spirit up and you guys as well, because there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There will always be another series and another year, so don't worry. Just like there will always be another meal to redeem yourself. As long as you do point number 3, and that is make sure that you know your portion sizes. What does this mean? It means weighing your food just to see once what 5 ounces of chicken breast looks like. You can't possibly know what it looks like unless it comes out of the package that says 5 ounces of chicken breast, unless you weigh it. Same goes for weighing things like rice or potatoes or whatever you eat on a regular basis. Make sure you know what that looks like visually at least once, and then afterwards you don't have to do it all the time. You don't have to be that crazy person that weighs all their food before they eat it, but at least know visually, you know, comfortably what it looks like. So team, use those 3 tips. They're gonna help you get through life like it's gonna help me get through mine. I mean, occasionally we're gonna want to eat something fun. Maybe you're having a bad day, like today. Maybe you're having a good day and you want to go out for dinner. Or, you know, maybe you just want a damn snack that's not celery and hummus. Regardless of the reason, 80-20 rule, making sure that you're weighing at least once or scaling of some kind, and then ultimately making sure that you know where to put things. Use those 3 tips, and please like, subscribe, comment. These actions help grow our community. They help educate other people, and I mean, I personally would really like people having a different mindset when it comes to food. So let's get it there. All right, team. Coach, go out.